This is the top 5 first cars for under £3,000 for car enthusiasts, and I didn't know how bad it was to try and get a car insurance quote on something which is of any reason to drive around, never mind something that will just depress you for under £3,000. It's tough times out there. It is tough times. I've done these quotes as someone who doesn't live in a good area. He's 18, just passed his test with his dad on the insurance, and he's a customer service agent because I thought that was a pretty standard job for anyone. But I've done this in a pretty bad area, and I'm not trying to do anything to knock the price down. So the insurance quotes are quite high. But hopefully for you, depending on where you are, it should be a lot cheaper. I would say it should be about 20% cheaper than what I've done the quotes at. I thought I'd do it at a bit of a worse angle, so then you know that it doesn't get much worse than that. But starting off in 5th place, which is a Volkswagen Polo 1.2S. So it sounds like it's a sports. It's not a sports. It's a 2007 65 brake horsepower car, which does 0 to 60 in 14.9 seconds. This is the slowest car on the list by far. No, it's not by far. It's the slowest car on the list. 15 seconds, which isn't terrible. You can do a lot of little mods to them. It's a good little daily car, but I wouldn't get too excited for it. Tax on these, 180 quid a year, which isn't bad. To try and buy one, it's £1,000, which isn't too bad either. The insurance, let me get my list up. The insurance on this came in, now I've gone off the camera, the insurance on this came in at £2,392, which isn't best, but as I said, take 20% off that, which is about 500 quid. That's how much your quote should come in at, and that's with a black box. It is what it is, you know. You're 18, 17, you've just passed your test, you're not going to get anything cool for under £3,000. But I have got a couple more exciting ones coming up, so stay around, because the 1st and 2nd place cars are pretty good. I would maybe still drive them now, but I'd definitely be happy driving them when I just passed my test. And if you can try and get one without a black box, you're swimming, you're fine. These cars are pretty cool. And if you do like these sort of videos, consider subscribing, liking the video, commenting what you think is your best first car, because it all helps the channel. And I've got more of these sort of videos coming up. And if you need more help on young drivers trying to get something cool and trying to get into cars, I'll try and do a video on it. But it does take quite a while to do these videos, so I would appreciate it. Anyway, going into 4th place is another car which isn't that cool. 1st and 2nd is though, so stay with me for 1st and 2nd. But number 4 is the Fiat Grande Punto, which doesn't look that bad, to be fair. It's not a bad looking car. It's a 1.2 2008 66 brake horsepower, so you're getting one more brake horsepower for your money. 0 to 16 14.5, so 0.4 seconds quicker than the previous car. Tax is cheaper as well, which is 165 quid, which isn't bad per year. You can buy these for about 1,200 because they're not the most reliable. Depending on which one you get, just make sure it's been serviced and all that. And when you buy it, do a service straight away. It should be fine for a while. And the insurance on this is £2,349, somewhere around that, which isn't terrible. As I said, you should be able to get 10-20% cheaper than this. It's just in a bad area where I've done the quotes. But it's not a bad little car. It looks okay. You got nice-ish interior. It's not terrible. I wouldn't be upset about driving this around. My car was worse than this. I had a Peugeot 206 1.1. Didn't have electric mirrors, didn't have anything. So the Fiat Grande Punto isn't a bad car if that's the sort of route you want to go down. And it's Italian, so you can pretend that you're in a Ferrari when you're not, you're in a Fiat. you can pretend, can't you? 3rd place, which is an okay car, to be honest. It's a Seat Ibiza 1.2S, so it sounds sporty again. And this has a wonderful 69 brake horsepower, and there's not 16 14.4 seconds. Tax 165 quid again, which isn't too bad. And you can pick these up for about £2,000, so it's a bit more expensive, but it is a bit of a better looking car. Especially if you get the S model, it looks a little nicer, but you can get cheaper models with a 1 litre engine, which is obviously going to be slower. But 0 to 60 on this, I don't know if it says 14.4 seconds. And the insurance on that is the same as the last one. It's £2,392, which isn't terrible again for a nicer looking car. This is a car which you can show up to your friends, not being embarrassed, because it's Seat Ibiza, a pretty standard car, and everyone likes a Seat Ibiza, there's nothing wrong with them. And on from this is a pretty cool car, in my opinion, especially for a first car. It is a 1.5 VTI MG MG3 2014, so it's also it's the newest car on this list, with 106 brake horsepower, so you're in triple digits for your brake horsepower. You're definitely going to be beating your friends and their first cars. 0 to 60 in 10.4 seconds, which is pretty quick, to be fair. That's not bad. And tax is 165 quid, which isn't bad. The price to buy one is £3,000, which is that at the top of the list. It's the most expensive. It's going to have 100,000+ miles on it as well, but if it's your first car, you're probably not that bothered about how much miles it's got on it, because you're not going to keep it forever. And the insurance on this is the most expensive. It's about £2,699, but that still comes under the £3,000 price bracket for insurance. And if you live in a good area, it should be about £2,000 max. So have a look at them. I didn't think of them at all. It came up and I was like, that's pretty cool. 1.5 is your first car. It's not a bad engine. It's not a bad engine. But going on from that, first place, which you probably would have expected was in first place. The reason it's in first place is not because of how powerful it is, not because of how quick it is, but I think it's the best overall bang for buck car that you can get as a first car, insurance wise, which is the quickest and best looking. And this one you can also wait outside of schools and at McDonald's, because it's a Vauxhall Corsa 1.2 SXI, so you get the sportier model, which isn't too bad. 2009, so it's fairly modern, with 79 brake horsepower, so faster than any other car on this list other than the MG. 0 to 60 in 13 seconds, so it's also the second quickest. Tax is £180, which is obviously a little bit more, but it's what, 15 quid, so don't moan about 15 quid. 1,800 is the purchase price, which is cheaper than the other cars. 1,200 cheaper than the MG, so you're saving yourself a lot of money there. And the insurance is also £2,381, so you're also saving yourself quite a bit on the insurance. So overall, bang for buck car is the Vauxhall Corsa 1.2 SXI, and it doesn't actually look that bad either. But my personal favourite is the MG3 1.5, because it's got the most horsepower, because it was kind of a bit of a, didn't expect it, and you do get leather seats in it, and it's nice interior. So if you can afford the MG, buy the MG. If not, Vauxhall Corsa is the one for you. Go and pick up your underage girls. No, don't do that. Go back outside the McDonald's, put the McDonald's trays under your back wheels and do some skids. That's always a fun way to make your Corsa feel a bit fun. Remember, this is in the UK, so if you're in America and all that crap, none of this is relevant to you. But this is top 5 first cars for car enthusiasts in the UK under £3,000. You're on a tight budget. I know how it is. I bought mine for 400 quid. You'll get there. The faster cars are to come. You just got to deal with the crap ones for now. If you like the video, like, subscribe, comment. Everything helps. I appreciate it if you do all that as well. If you want any more content like this for first time drivers, first time buyers, all that sort of stuff, just comment when you want to see next, and I'll try and get it done. And yeah, catch you in the next one.